Hi, this is Uday Aditya. Welcome to my channel. We have been discussing the Indian Constitution. In the first part, we have discussed basic things about the Constitution and its schedules. In this video, we will discuss the preamble of the Indian Constitution. Let's begin. What is preamble? Preamble means the introduction or preface to the Constitution, and it contains the summary of the Constitution. And you can say the preamble is as like as the identity card of the Constitution, and this is a summary of the Constitution. And the American Constitution was the first one to begin with the preamble, and many countries along with India had also practiced this one. And there's an important point here. The preamble to the Indian Constitution is based on objective resolution drafted and moved by Pandit Nehru on 13th December 1946. This one is important point here. And the Constituent Assembly had adopted the preamble on 22nd of January 1947. It has been, this date is important, it has been amended by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976, and this Amendment Act added three new words. They are socialist, secular, and integrity. During emergency, these three words were added to the preamble. And this is the preamble of our Indian Constitution. It says, "We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, liberty, equality, fraternity." And in our Constitution Assembly, 26th of November 1949, we adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. If you look at the preamble, we get four components to this preamble. First one, the source of authority. We the people of India, that is a source of authority. The preamble states that the Constitution derives its authority from the people of India. And the second one is the nature of Indian state. What kind of state we to live in? That is sovereign, democratic, and secular, and a republican polity. And third one, the objective of the Constitution, that is the justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. This is the objective of the Constitution. And fourth one is the date of adoption of the Constitution, that is 26th of November 1949. This one. And we will discuss each later of the Constitution preamble, that is a sovereign, democratic, socialist, republic, and like that. The first one is sovereign. Sovereign means the independent authority. Sovereign means independent authority. We are independent. Okay. And sovereign says that we have our own power to legislate, and this is not subject to the control of any external power. And in 1949, India declared the continuation of her full membership of the Commonwealth of Nations, and British Crown and accepted the British Crown, as head of the Commonwealth, and this extra constitutional declaration does not affect Indian sovereignty in any manner. And India's membership to the United Nations organization, that is UNO, also in no way constitute a limitation on our sovereignty. And being a sovereign state, India can acquire a foreign territory or cede a part to its territory in favor of a foreign state. And what is socialist? This term we have already discussed. This term were added by the 42nd of Amendment in 1976, that is during emergency. And the constitution had socialist content in the form of certain DPSP, that is a directive principle of state policy. And Indian brand of socialism is a democratic socialism. It's not a communistic socialism, or communistic socialism is also called state socialism, which involves the nationalization of all means of production and distribution and the abolition of private property. Democratic socialism holds faith in mixed economy, and we as Indians follow the mixed economy. What is mixed economy? Mixed economy is where both public and private sectors coexist side by side. And the new economic policy in 1991 of liberalization, privatization, and globalization has diluted the socialist credential of the Indian state. And the next one is secular. The term secular also added by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. And our constitution, Indian constitution, embodies a positive concept of secularism. That is, the positive concept of secularism means all religion in a country, irrespective of their strength, have the same status and support from the state. And the Supreme Court said in 1974 that the word secular state were not expressly mentioned in the constitution. There can be no doubt that the constitution maker wanted to establish such a state, and accordingly Article 25 to 28 have been included in the constitution because of the secular state. The democratic. What is democratic? Democratic polity in the preamble is based on the possession of supreme power by the people. The possession. Democratic means the possession of supreme power by the people. Democratic is two type. One is direct, another is indirect. In direct democracy, the people exercise their supreme power directly, as in the case of Switzerland, in direct democracy. And in direct democracy, there are four devices, that is a referendum, initiative, recall, and plebiscite. In indirect democracy, the representative elected by the people, and the representative that is elected by the people exercises the supreme power and carry on the government and make the law. This type of democracy is also known as the representative democracy. Two kind of that is it is of two kind, that is a parliamentary and a presidential. And the term democratic is used in the preamble in the broader sense, and it is not only political democratic but also social, economic, and political. It is not only political but social and economic. Our democracy is a social democracy, our democracy is economic democracy, our democracy is the political democracy. Now the term republic. What is republic? The term republic in our preamble indicates India has elected head called the president. We Indian had elected a head that is called the president, and is elected indirectly for a fixed period of 5 years. We know the the period of a president is of 5 years, and the republic is also means the vesting of political sovereignty in the people and not in any individual like king. And the second one is the absence of any privileged class, and hence all public offices being open to every citizen without any discrimination. This is the republic. And in republican polity, we Indian had elected a president who has a fixed period of 5 years. The next one is the justice. The term justice in the preamble embraces three distinct forms, that is a social justice, economic justice, political, secular, to various provision of fundamental rights and directive principle. And what is social justice? Social justice means the equal treatment to all citizens without any social distinction based on caste, color, race, religion, and sex. And economic justice denotes the non-discrimination between people on the basis of economic factor. We cannot discriminate people on the basis of economic condition, and that is the economic justice. And the third one is the political justice. Political justice means all citizens should have equal political rights, equal access to all political offices, equal voice in the government. This is the political justice. And the ideal of justice, social, economic, and political, has been taken from the Russian Revolution in 1917. And this is an important point, that the ideal of justice has been taken from the Russian Revolution during 1917. Now, liberty. What is liberty? Liberty is the absence of restraint on activities of individual, and the liberty provides opportunity to the development of individual. And this is the liberty. The preamble secures to all citizens of India liberty of thoughts, expression, beliefs, faith, worship. Through their fundamental rights, we can worship whoever we want. We can have freedom of speech and freedom of expression. We have a liberty of thoughts. We have beliefs, faith, and liberty is essential for the successful function of the Indian democratic system. And the ideal of liberty, equality, and fraternity in our preamble have taken from the French Revolution, that is from 1789 to 1799. That is liberty. And equality. What is equality? Equality means the absence of special privilege to any section of the society. That is the absence of special privileges. And preamble secures to all citizens of India equality of status and opportunity. There are three dimensions of equality. There is equality civic, political, and economic. Equality means the absence of special privileges to any section of the society. Fraternity. Fraternity is a sense of brotherhood. We as Indians live in a country where we believe that we are the brother. We are the brothers to. We follow the brotherhood. We follow the brotherhood, no matter, irrespective of religion, sex, and economic conditions. And we live in a society where Indian constitution provides the fraternity, that is a sense of brotherhood. The constitution, there's a sense of brotherhood. The constitution promotes the feeling of fraternity by the system of single citizenship, and the preamble declares that the fraternity has assured two things, that is, on dignity of the individual and unity and the integrity of the nation. The word we know integrity has been added to the preamble by the 42nd of Amendment Act in 1976, that is during emergency. Now a question arises here. Under 368 of the Constitution, under Article 368 of the Constitution, that whether the preamble can be amended or not. This question arose in the Kesavananda Bharati case in 1973. And what Article 368 says, let's have a look at it. The Article 368 says that the power of Parliament to amend the Constitution and procedure thereof. And as an answer to the above question, that is whether our preamble can be amended or not, as an answer to the question, the preamble cannot be amended. The preamble cannot be amended as it's not a part of the Constitution. The petitioner contended that the amendment power in Article 368 cannot be used to destroy or damage the basic element or the fundamental features of the Constitution. And in Berubari Union case in 1960, the court held assertion that the basic elements or the fundamental features of the Constitution as contained in the preamble cannot be altered by an amendment under Article 368. And the preamble has been amended only once so far, in 1976 during emergency, and that amendment was the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. And this act had added three words, that is socialist, secular and integrity, to the preamble, and this preamble was held to be valid. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and comment. If you didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe it, and stay tuned for the next part. And thank you. Have a great day.